Good evening, and welcome to the annual Sigma Chi Huntsman Dinner. My name is Chris Pigozzi, and I am currently an undergraduate member of the Sigma Chi Fraternity Kappa Theta chapter here at Chico State. We hope you're enjoying your evening. And before we continue on the festivities, food, and fun, we'd like to provide just a little bit of information about what we do here as a nonprofit organization in Chico. Sigma Chi is one of the oldest and largest social fraternities to date, with over 250 active chapters and more than 300,000 initiated. It's no wonder why Sigma Chi is one of the most sought-after fraternities in the country. Whether we are feeding the homeless, cleaning up our local parks, or making children's Christmases a little brighter with our Toys for Tots campaign, Sigma Chi sets the pace when it comes to philanthropy work. As a group, the Kappa Theta chapter has logged over 500 hours of community service in just this past year. So for all you parents out there, don't worry, your money's going to the right place. In past years, we have hosted Derby Days, the biggest fraternity philanthropy on campus, along with our annual Huntsman dinner, which together has allowed us to raise over $30,000 for charities such as the Children's Miracle Network and the Huntsman Cancer Institute. For over 2 decades, we have strived for excellence and distinction in our community, and our legacy is respected in Chico. Whether it be science, engineering, entertainment, sports, or business, many of our alumni have accomplished great feats and have gone on to be very successful in their fields, while also keeping ever before them the lifelong commitment of living up to the ideals of the Sigma Chi fraternity. The Sigma Chi National Fraternity requires that every chapter participate in certain national philanthropies. Here at Chico State, we go above and beyond what is asked of us in every aspect of philanthropies. We currently are involved with 3 national philanthropies: Toys for Tots, Children's Miracle Network, and the Huntsman Cancer Institute. Tonight, however, at the Huntsman dinner, we focus our efforts on the Huntsman Cancer Institute. In December 2012, the Sigma Chi International Fraternity designated the Huntsman Cancer Foundation as its sole preferred philanthropic partner. Founded by John M. Huntsman Sr., the Huntsman Cancer Institute is dedicated to finding the causes of cancer, developing new and better treatments, and preventing people from ever developing this horrible disease.
I spent a lot of time on this program talking about American values, or unfortunately, in many cases, the lack of them. We get so caught up in our own lives and what we see on television and all around us that sometimes we forget the meaning of compassion, of generosity, of kindness. How do you do business? How do you raise kids in today's world? I'm going to introduce you tonight to somebody I believe truly exemplifies all of these qualities and answers these questions. I have never before in my life met a man that I thought to myself, this is the man I want to be, until about 2 months ago when I met our next guest.
Hard to imagine that there was a time when John Huntsman lived in a home held up by cardboard walls. Resting comfortably now on the list of Forbes' 400 wealthiest Americans, the self-made billionaire is now spending his cash on one thing: curing cancer.
The entire object of what we're doing here is to prevent cancer or detect it early, and to take wonderful care of the patient if we do detect it early, and eventually allow them to live a normal life with comforts and pain-free. And we're doing everything we can to accommodate that goal.
It may sound like a lofty goal, but with Huntsman's dedication and unmatched generosity, he makes the impossible possible. Above all, Huntsman puts the patients first.
It's interesting to note that when we built this facility 8 years ago, we wanted to build a facility that was unique in America. We wanted to find the type of pathway to progress and hope that would give our cancer patients a feeling that the very, very finest quality was put forth for their care and comfort.
When one makes commitments to charity, it's very, very important that they maintain those commitments, because in our case, we have cancer institutes, we have centers for abused women and children, we have scholarships, 5,000 scholarships to underprivileged children. We have programs for the homeless. If all of a sudden we withdrew our money, our commitments, and these commitments are made over 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, if we withdrew those commitments, thousands of people, millions of people would either go homeless, would not have scholarships. So those become vital parts of our link to integrity and honesty and keeping our word. And so when the business was ready to go off the cliff and I had to go without a salary and our people went without bonuses, and we had a terrible time during 2001 and 2002. Energy prices went up, there was overcapacity, there was a recession, a perfect storm. The bottom line is I went to the bank and I told Bill Harrison at JP Morgan Chase and my friends at Citibank and my other friends in the banking business, I have to take out a loan. I have to put up my home for collateral. I have to put up what I have left in my company for collateral. And they said, well, John, your business looks like it might make it. It looks like it might make it. I said, no, it isn't for the business. It's for charity. It's for, so I took out.
What did they say?
40, they said, you're crazy. We've never made a loan to anybody for $50 million, for $75 million, for $100 million, so you can turn around and give it to charity. I said, well, you have to. If people make a commitment to something as critical as charitable interest, are you going to take away these scholarships from kids? Are you going to deprive cancer victims and cancer patients from not having research and proper clinical treatment? I said, whatever it takes. Take my business, take my house, but I need the money for charity. That's a critical point. And so we got through it, and I paid them all back, and you know, but it was, I'm gonna tell you, Glenn, it's not easy. Bankers are tough to deal with. These guys are, you know, they never would cut you any slack.
Too many people are dying in our family of cancer. If I could ever make a difference, or be part of a team that makes a difference, or be partners to some of the great oncologists and great scientists and great investigators, and epidemiologists and pathologists and people that work in this disease, I would dedicate my life to this cause. Huntsman Cancer is all about family.
When you walk in the doors of this building, there is this immediate feeling that is different than you get anywhere else. And the only word that I can equate it to is a feeling of hope. And I have no idea where it comes from, but it's almost instantaneous when you walk in this building. It's kind of humbling to be able to shake hands with and sit down and talk with the person who basically saved your life. You know, what he did was indirect to me. I guess it really was direct. You know, he wasn't at the controls with all of my treatment, but he and Karen made this amazing donation. So to shake hands, with John, who was the great facilitator of all of this and enabled all of this, is actually very humbling.
On April 12, 2013, Sigma Chi members presented the $1 millionth raised for cancer research at the Huntsman Cancer Institute to fellow fraternity brother John M. Huntsman Sr. Every dollar counts, and your generous contributions pave the way to a brighter future for those who are less fortunate. We would like to thank all of you for your participation and support this evening. Cancer is a ruthless disease, but by working with organizations such as the Huntsman Cancer Foundation, we get that much closer to finding a cure. Thank you again for joining us this evening, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the night.